Jordynne Grace, what's going on with your booking, boo? WWE has no real plans. A lot of people are afraid you're going to get released, baby girl. Let's talk about it. Jordynne Grace wants a staple for those TNA knockouts. Remember, she was the face of the TNA knockouts division at one point. Now she can't even get booked on SmackDown, baby. So here's the real reason, allegedly. We got an exclusive, baby, allegedly. Ringside News. They are reporting, baby, it is due to overpopulation. Remember, the world is overpopulated. Well, SmackDown is too, boo. Let's talk about it. How are you, YouTube? Thank you so much for the support. Real reason for Jordynne Grace WWE television absent, honey. They're not even really putting her on main event at this point. Remember, that was like the middle ground. You know, we're not going to put you on SmackDown, but we're going to at least put you on what you got it? Main event, but they're not even doing that with her no more. So let's read this real fast. Jordynne Grace's disappearance from SmackDown apparently isn't about WWE giving up on her. So a lot of people felt that, you know, the WWE universe and people online and the AEW sickos already thought that, you know, she already was written off TV because they have no real plans for her and they just don't know how to package her. I would say this, she is a powerhouse, so I won't say that they don't have powerhouses on the division. They clearly have one, which is Jade Cargo. You know, this is not the WWE back in the day when we had all the divas such as Tori Wilson, Candice Michelle. We did have some serious wrestlers back then, but it was more about eye candy, Maria Kanellis. So they're still adjusting, you know, years later on how to package these women as serious competitors. So maybe Jordynne Grace was one of those, many thought. But let's continue. There simply isn't enough television to go around. So if you remember, SmackDown used to be a 3-hour show, but at this point, it's only 2 hours. So it went from 3 hours to 2 hours. So that being said, a lot of people, such as herself, are apparently getting TV cut time. So they're not getting any television time at all, which we see this. So after months of questions over why one of WWE's biggest signing has barely been used, WrestleVotes, Joey Votes, and TC revealed during a QA that Grace has become a victim of SmackDown's crowded 2-hour format, and the women's division is feeling that squeeze especially hard, Joey put simply. Jordynne Grace, they're certainly not using it's a numbers game. She's done a few main event matches. She's not in storylines. It's just a number game. You got to pick and choose. So again, pick and choosing. I guess she's not getting picked at this time. YouTube, yes, I guess she's not getting picked at this time, which is very sad because she used to be a staple for that women's division, right? But hey, I did like her at some point. I still do, but they're not really doing shit with her. So let's now go to her X account. Okay, how do I get rid of this? Child, I'm getting old. I don't even know how to get rid of this. Okay, get off my screen. So this is her. You know, I get on my screen. But this is her X account. So let's just look at it real fast. So what she is feeling, what she's tweeting these days, just to get her mindset. Again, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of that is how to express yourself. Because I know a lot of people don't just do interviews anymore; they do more shit like this. So, hitting my enemies when it hurts most and giving them a 1-star rating on a wiki feed. So, this could be she has time to give people negative stars since they're not booking her clearly. So, maybe this is something she's negative a little bit now since they're not doing shit with her. Again, I do like her, but this is what she's tweeting, right? So, hitting my enemies where it hurts most and giving them a 1-star rating on WikiFeed. So I don't even know what WikiFeed is. So maybe this is like a subscription where she's selling feet photos and they just don't like her, so she's giving them a negative. I'm not sure. But this checking in. Again, this is her in her booty shorts. I don't even know what to call this. Is this booty shorts? I don't know what this is, honey. Hey, you look good though. So it seems that she is showing some skin on X. Again, she's a grown ass woman. She can show skin. Hell, I do sometimes my damn self. But many people will take that as she's trying to be seen. Again, I just told you WWE was so with the Divas era, the skin showing some ass. So again, maybe she's feeling this way. You know, this is going to get me on television, or this is going to make me top. It's a little sad that she thinks she has to do that because she is talented and she's beautiful as is. Again, if she is just doing this because she's doing this, cool. But again, a lot of people would assume she's doing this to get people's attention to talk about her. You know, again, it has 419,000 views. So again, she does have a nice viewer count. She does have a nice fan base. Again, her with her dog. 49K, her showing some skin, 419K, her showing her husband, 127K, and then her posting these flyers. So again, her posting, her husband, I don't know if this is a podcast they have, again, 16K. So you notice when she's showing some skin, that's when they're really paying attention. So again, I don't know if this is a strategy because she's a businesswoman, she wants to be seen, which is nothing wrong with that. But let's keep going, y'all. And by the way, I hope all is well. This is really surprising. So let's celebrate Sid and have some animals and set a battle royal world record. And then she tags WWE in it. Again, I want to be seen. Hello, I'm here. She's tagging them. So again, I guess world record attempt, see y'all in Texas. So she posted this. So I guess somebody posted it and tweeted her, and she did reveal that, yes, she is indeed on the show. So again, she's with her husband in the background, August 29th, at the first annual Psycho Sid Memorial Benefit Show. A little concerning that WWE really doesn't care that much about her, that they're letting her do this. Let's be real. If this was a Becky Lynch, do you think YouTube they would let her be at the Sid indie show? Probably not, because they have plans for her on Monday Night Raw, and they more than likely do not want her to get injured at a indie wrestling event. So you can take it as a good or a bad. You can take it as a good thing. She's keeping her name out there. She's still performing in some kind of capacity, even if it's indie wrestling. But you can take it as a negative YouTube, as they really don't care about her YouTube on WWE, to the point they really don't even care that she's doing these indie bookings. Like, okay, we really don't have no plans for you. We really don't see plans coming for you. So go ahead, girl. Go ahead, girl. Do that little booking, girl. We don't really care at this point because, again, we don't have any plans for you in the future. So, again, that is another way you can feel it. So, I don't know what way this is. Again, I just keep it real, y'all. So, I don't know what way this is. I don't know if they are so not concerned about Jordynne Grace to the point they don't even give a fuck that she's doing these indie bookings. Like, okay, girl, we really don't care. See you, boo. Or maybe they view it as we don't have no plans for her, so let's at least give this girl a bone and let her perform at this indie promotion. I will say this, someone that was the Knockouts division, we could say at one point. She was the face of the Knockouts division for maybe 2 years in a row. I feel like this is very disappointing that they don't have any plans for her. But you know what? Again, with the skin shit, Blake Monroe is not getting booked either, boo. So again, it's a SmackDown thing, the 2 hours. I know a lot of people complained when it was 3 hours, basically saying it was too long, especially on a Friday. You want to, hey, some people want to get to the club. Some people want to be at a barbecue. Some people want to stream, if they have a YouTube or something going on. Some people want to be with their family. Some people want to be with their friends. So again, a lot of people did not like that long 3 hour show. I do feel like a middle ground would be 2.5 hours. Again, it will give them an extra 30 minutes and it would let them showcase more people on the show. Again, 2 hours and 30 minutes is enough for me. It's not too long, but it's not too short. Again, too short, 2 hours. Some people are already complaining SmackDown seems short because it's only 2 hours, but then 2.5 hours, it doesn't seem too long nor too short. So again, if they go that route, that would help someone like a Jordynne Grace and a Blake Monroe. Again, Blake Monroe, formerly known as Mariah May. She's not being seen on the SmackDown roster. And again, this is how you know it's some bullshit on what they're saying a little bit, because they just said it's due to timing, yet they just brought Tatum to SmackDown. Really? That makes a lot of sense, right? Like, you don't have time for me, but you have time to bring a whole new, brand new woman on the roster and make plans for her. Ciao, bye. So let's talk about that real fast. People joining the main roster, are they hurting these people that are already on it? We do realize that people in NXT, they're not really booked the same when they're on the main roster. Again, I'm just mentioning women right now since we're talking about a women's wrestler. I mean, Grayson Waller, I don't really think he was ever a threat in NXT. to the point that he was booked differently on the main roster. I don't really think he was ever showcased as the next big top star. He was always a mid card at best. So, with Jordynne Grace, I'm getting at this. Does she need to go back to NXT and try to repackage herself? I don't ever recall her winning the NXT Women's Championship. I don't even think she won the North American Championship. So again, could she establish herself with the WWE fan base first by winning these NXT titles? Again, NXT is supposed to be what you call it, developmental. Sorry. It's supposed to be a developmental brand, so it's supposed to help the up and coming talent. But again, some people like a Grayson Waller, when they don't have no real plans for you, YouTube, they send you there. So that being said, I feel like maybe if they don't have no plans for her on SmackDown, they could just send her back in NXT. And no, it can be embarrassing the first 2 weeks or the first week. A lot of fans will mock you and say, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, they didn't have no plans for you. Ha ha ha, you're back in NXT and you were on the main roster at one point. Ha ha ha. That's how they get. But again, no shame because you're still getting a check. Even though Grayson Waller, again, I'm scared he's gonna get released too, because again, they don't have no plans for him on the main roster. That's why they're sending him in NXT. So Jordynne Grace, what does she have to do to get noticed? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even know what I don't know where the disconnect is. Is the disconnect you don't know how to package her? Again, the timing shit, I don't really believe that. When you're adding new women to the roster, that kind of makes no sense. I mean, you don't have no time for me, but you have time to add brand new people. Okay. Like, so again, that doesn't make sense to me. But Jordynne Grace, once the Juggernaut, I don't think she goes by that name anymore. I mean, they took her iconic theme song away from her. I think that was the downfall of her. A lot of people liked her theme song. Again, she was introduced to the WWE universe part of the TNA partnership, and she still had that theme. So I don't understand why she couldn't have kept it. Honestly, I feel like she owned the rights to it, actually, to the theme song. So again, I feel like she could use it if she wanted to. It's just WWE wants her to be Death Rebel and use a generic theme. I do like her new theme song. It's not over until I say it's over. I like that do 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 do. Dun. I like that. So I like the beat. I like the beat when it drops. So again, I started listening to it recently because I miss her. So at this point, I just listen to her theme song at this point. But sorry to hear about this. Again, YouTube, are we disappointed that this is what they're doing with her? They're keeping her in catering. Should she resign eventually when her contract's over? Again, I think she's only been there for like a couple months, like 9 months, almost a year at this point. But again, should she resign? Again, if they have no real plans for her, no vision, we don't know. But I do want to give them a couple more months before I get to that conversation where we discuss if she should resign. I think we should give WWE some grace, a little bit, and give her maybe till the end of the year to see what happens. Again, if nothing happens by the end of the year, yeah, I think she's kind of wasting her time. But YouTube, let me know. Are you a Jordynne Grace fan? Do you feel like she has been jaded by this booking? Do you feel like her momentum from TNA has now went down since she's not getting booked on WWE television? Do you think her momentum from TNA to WWE it now has went down? The excitement for her. Let me know. But YouTube, I'm on X, Bluesky, Instagram, and TikTok. I post at least 3 times a week. I try to post different videos on both platforms. So I have an exclusive video on TikTok and one here, which is this. But YouTube, those that support, thank you, thank you. Today I had a town hall meeting at my job, a bonding meeting and a celebration from last year's contributions. So we did have some fun axe throwing. We ate food. It was fun. Axe throwing, we ate food, darts I played, Connect Four, the big one. So again, lots of fun. I had a good day today. Weekend was a little bit busy, but hey, when you're not busy, it's a little boring, right? 2 weeks I go to Lisbon, Portugal for my mom's 50th in 2 weeks, so I can't wait for that. Again, I go live at least twice a week and post at least 3 times a week. So while I'm there, I'm going to continue to post videos, but going live for those 10 days, maybe I can only do once a week, but who knows how the Wi-Fi and the situation is since I'm going to be 5 hours ahead of you guys. But That's my life so far. Went to a boot camp today after work and went to Bible study. So that's my life so far right now. But how are you guys doing, YouTube? So let me know how you guys are doing if you would like. Let me know if you like Jordynne Grace. Is she someone that WWE is misusing? Let me know. But please like this video. It does help. Happy Wednesday. But this is Marquelworld. All thing for wrestling news, my life. I'll see you guys on the next video, YouTube. Peace. And Jordynne Grace, I wish you nothing but the best, baby girl. I wish you nothing but the best, boo. But something got to give. Okay, I'm done. Peace, YouTube.